What's going on, guys? My name is Googler and welcome back to another video. Now today we're going to take a look at a British tank destroyer. It's not going to be this one, it's going to be a different one, although it's very similar to this one when it comes to the gun. Yes guys, so as I said in the intro, we're going to take a look at a British tank destroyer. This is the FV183 or the FV215B 183. It's a premium tank now. It's a tank that you have got, if you had it before it got changed by the Badger, you could keep it, or if you bought it via the black market, you have it in your garage right now. Although this is not the only one that you can get, right? So you have the Badger, which is the replacement for this particular vehicle, but we also have something called the FV4005 Stage 2. Now, as some of you may or may not know, Dragonman and I always have this little bit of a competition going on between us. We both want to have tanks that the other one doesn't have. Now, this is a bit of just a fun competition. It's not really a competition, so to speak. But in the game of World of Tanks, I actually went for the FV183, which is now, of course, replaced by the Badger, and he went for the FV4005 Stage 2. Now, the gun is roughly the same, right? The 183mm L4 gun, which is found on both vehicles. But I don't like this gun. I don't like tank. I don't appreciate it's not my kind of thing. Although Dragonman, for example, he loves it. He loves the FV4005, which is in his garage, or it used to be. He sold it in order to buy the 183 during the black market sale or black market event going on. He really enjoys it. He enjoyed this tank. He enjoyed the 183 or the FV183. I just couldn't. I just don't. It's not my thing, right? It's not my tank. However, I was scrolling through the What Replay site, and I found something. And it triggered my imagination of potential of this particular vehicle. It triggered my interest in getting this particular vehicle. Now, I thought maybe, I get this tank. I already have the 183. Why not use the 183? I tried to do the same as this guy in the replay, and I miserably failed at it. I still didn't enjoy the tank. So I'm gonna get this particular vehicle. I'm gonna show you guys the replay, obviously, because that's why you guys are here. And I promise you right now, in a couple of months, because it will take some time, I have to start it literally at zero, probably. Yes. Well, I can get the Challenger. I actually started on the Achilles, by the way. But anyway, in a couple of months, I will be having the FV4005 Stage 2. And I'll be telling you guys if I enjoy it or not. Because I don't enjoy the FV183. I did enjoy it at some point, right? I got a Mark of Excellence on it. But it took away my interest. Because I kept losing, I kept doing these ridiculous shots that never did anything to an enemy tank. I shot an E100 in the rear of his turret with an hash round, which should in theory penetrate, doing 300 damage. That makes no sense to me. So I quit the freaking tank. But after seeing this replay, it got me re-engaged. It got me like, I want to get this particular vehicle. I want to do it. I want to make these freaking amount of massive damage and having like RNG help me out in this case. Now, you guys don't know what I'm talking about because you haven't seen the replay. So what do you say? Let's go check it out. Alright, so we got the pleasure of watching Kupenklatscher, which is done on the test server. So it's not on the regular server. That does not make this less impressive, right? This is probably one of the most impressive games I've ever seen in any of these vehicles. Now, of course, we had the release of 1.9.1, which messed up the whole replay system. So this is a fresh replay from the 1.9.1 test server. What this guy does with this particular vehicle is freakishly amazing. I'm not sure if RNG is just helping him and saying, go for it, dude. I will literally help you with every shot you do. Or if this guy's actually a good player. And I'm guessing a little bit of both. I think this guy is an amazing player. I don't know him on the real server. I haven't, you know, looked him up or anything. But let's just look at it, right? So he is loading up 15 hash rounds and 5 AP rounds, with of course a big repair kit and a big first aid kit, and then also pudding and tea. I'm guessing this is a relatively normal setup for an FV4005 or any British, you know, tier 10, in my opinion. Let's look at what it's gonna do. So he's matched up in the tier 10 battle, right? So all tier 10s equally matched in my opinion. There are a lot of Russians on the other side, a lot of Russian on this side. The server is more of a Russian thing anyway. And I think Europeans and Russians always, you know, kind of fight each other as well, as we can see right here. For no reason at all. That's the first one. He almost rammed the I7, and the other one came around, and then this happens as well. He gets a shot from the ST2, although I'm pretty sure it's a European guy. So Coop and Clutcher, I just call him Coop for now, right? Coop. He's gonna go to the left side, or the right side on the map actually, right side on the map, which is well known for medium tanks to start rushing. Now, as we all know, the FV4005 or the 183 is not a sniper tank, right? It's made for being relatively close to your enemy and just blast him straight into the face. Why is he standing right this? Why? Well, my voice is cracking a little bit, but that's fine. Look at this, what's happening right now. So a Kranwagen, a 277, and STI are spotted. He shoots a hash round and does 664 damage. That's on the front of an ST2 actually in this case. But ST1 is the same body, it doesn't really matter. It doesn't make any sense. It doesn't make any freaking sense. If I would have done this shot, I would have gotten like 300 damage and RNG would be laughing in my face right now. So he's loading up again, loading for a second shot. 277, yep, 707 damage. Is it the full potential of the hash rounds? No. Is it a lot of damage? Yeah, definitely. So at this point, a lot of things are gonna happen, right? So the Foch is being spotted, he's not loaded. The Kranwagen is being spotted. Almost able to shoot it. Can he shoot it? Can he shoot him? Can he shoot him? Ah, no. Or maybe he can. Yes, he can. 1028 damage dealt to a Kranwagen. He did hit a body. Not the turret, obviously, but still, really impressive. So in the meantime, the north is having their own issues with the FV4005. The south, let's call it the south, is pushing a little bit as well. Push, ooh, in the side of the tank, 1548 damage done in one shot. The Foch is not even standing near this guy. He's standing, let's say, halfway across the map is pretty much a bit too much, but like 30%? Like 30% of the map away. He hits him. I wouldn't even have had this shot if I was standing right next to him. I would have missed the shot in the 183. So in the meantime, reloading again, obviously. Still on the hash rounds. Seeing the 277, two of them, seeing the ST2, but also there has been tanks spotted that he does not see right now. In the bushes, you can actually see the tracer coming from there, are several different other tanks, including a Grill and also the Badger. He's gonna take a blind shot? Yes, he does. He hit the Badger, which is probably going to the front of the tank, for 683 damage. 683 damage by hitting him in the front. How is this possible, RNG? Come on, guys. Seriously, RNG, come on, dude. Still on the hash rounds. Still having the hash round loaded. Seeing the 277, seeing the mouse, hitting the mouse in the front. 564 damage. Hash round only. In the meantime, Poop is already up to almost 5200 damage without even being spotted. nothing coming his way. He loads up again, obviously, waiting for his second shot. And he takes the second shot and 579. Frontal turret of the mouse. This is just, as the Germans would say, because I'm guessing by the name it's German, wunderbar, which literally means wonderful. This is why I'm interested in getting this particular vehicle now. Because of your replay, in case you see this coupon clash, because of your replay, I want to get this tank. Again, on the mouse front, 592 damage. No sweat, easy, clutch shot, even if you will. The aim circle is just so good. With a 183, I have to be I have to face them literally, and then hopefully, you know, hit them. So right now, 277, Badger is left, the other flank, TVP, and the FV. The other flank has fallen, so to speak, so there is only a Jagdpanzer E100 who is currently defending the base. There is a Mouse and I-7 still roaming around somewhere, and this flank is now facing the 277 and a Badger. Now the Badger is just out of sight of reach, so you can't see him. Or Coop can't see him, but he's still gonna take a shot. Will it pay off? It doesn't actually. So this is just, you know. So at this point, Coop decides to push up because, you know, obviously there is the only two tanks spotted. The I-7 is almost low health, and most of the other, you know, guys in this team are not doing anything at this point. They're only shooting blind shots. And I think Coop knows he can do something because the north is already falling. There are tanks actually going back to the north. At this point, the Jaeger is dead as well. Then the Badger gets spotted. He auto aims his shot and he hits it. How in the name did this happen? Like, this is just mind-boggling right now. So last thing left, FV4005 and the 277. Those are the tanks that are defending the base right now. We don't know where the I-7 is. We don't know where the Mouse is. We just know about these two tanks, and we know that the TVP is on our base. He's gonna take a shot of the FV. 1535 damage, guys. It just makes me speechless. 8100 damage done. Yes, it's a test server. It doesn't make this any less impressive. This is like, I've been playing World of Tanks for like 9 years already, so I'm pretty close to getting to 10 years probably. This is probably one of the best battles I've ever seen played out at this point. He clutch shots, right? So the I-7 is moving, he has a full aim circle for 700 damage. Not even blinking twice. At this point, I'm like, I bought the improved battle pass, which you could have seen in the last, or the two videos before this, in the last World of Tanks video. I've gotten the blueprints. I am really considering using those blueprints to get this particular vehicle right now. At this point, I'm like, I'm gonna go for it. Screw it. I'm gonna go for it. This is just. In the meantime, you can see he actually switched to AP rounds. And the reason why is he has a 277 who's side scraping. Now we all know that the Russians have a spaced side armor. So switching to AP is probably a good idea. Now of course he doesn't want to show himself too much. In the meantime, TVP is still at their base doing, his job at trying to take out the 277. Right now it's a bit of a stalemate here, right? So we have an I-7, it's a one shot. We have a 277, it's a one shot. There is a TVP in the north along with the FE, and there is still a Mouse missing who is, pushing through the middle apparently because he got lost spotted there. 277 got spotted. Are we gonna take the shot? Yes, we do. But did we hit? Nope. This is the first time he actually, the second time he misses. But still, pretty impressive. Really impressive. So right now he has to make a choice. Am I gonna go back to the base, or am I going to support here, or what am I gonna do? Well, there are several options, obviously. One of them is going to be, killing this guy. Just an hash round, annihilated the guy. No chance at all. In the meantime, the Stridswagen kills the TVP. And there's still an FV4005 and a 277 now fighting on the base, on our base, right? What am I gonna do? Well, two things. In my case, if I'd have been driving, oh, the mouse gets spots as well, by the way. 3,000 damage, 3,000 health left. In my case, if I would have been driving the 183, I would have driven back up, you know, to the right, keep on going forward, and get on close with them, because obviously I can't snipe for any jack shit. This guy doesn't. He goes up the hill, which begs the question: is he gonna snipe, or is he just, you know, what's his idea? Like, what's going through his mind right now? Like, I would never recommend sniping in a British tank destroyer. The tier 10, of course. The 183 vehicles, like the FV or the 183. I would never ever recommend sniping. I would say, you have a Badger? Sure, go for it. Why not? He misses actually on the FV4005 stage 2. Yeah, this is a sad story. However, he does not get spotted. In the meantime, his allies in the south finishes off. The DI7 are now also pushing, you know, back towards the base. Reload is probably not one of the strong points on this particular vehicle, and you're gonna see why. This long reload is costing 277 his life, but also, of course, an AP round goes in and destroys the 4005. Now, there is only a mouse left. A lot of people want to have kills. The mouse is now, you know, going back towards their base. I don't know why. Makes no sense to me. But right now is a very good play from Coop as well. He can take the shot. Is he going? Why is he not shooting? Wait, what? Why is he not shooting? I'll tell you why. Because now he has a green R, like a green aiming thing. He knows he can penetrate. Because he doesn't have any shots left. He doesn't. So he knows, I will wait until I see the side of the mouse, because the mouse is definitely pushing back. I can hit him in the side. I will wait for my shot. Doing so cost the mouse 1200 damage instead of maybe a ricochet. So what are we gonna do next? The next AP round, 1165. It's not looking very good for the mouse, right? Up to 12,000 damage currently dealt in this particular vehicle. In the meantime, the mouse came back and also did the Super Conqueror. Is it gonna be enough to actually kill the mouse himself, or does Coop has to do it? You know, with a hash round. Yes, Scoop has to do it. So, right now, 12,500 damage dealt. He didn't take a single hit. He dealt, or he got 5 kills and only 1 shell left in the whole tank. This is what I said is impressive to the max. It got me triggered to get this vehicle. I'm not kidding. I'm not making jokes right now. I'm gonna get this vehicle solely based upon this replay. Not because Dragoman says it's a good vehicle, because obviously, you know, I don't want to believe him because, you know, he's my competition. Which is not true. I like him. He's nice. Otherwise I wouldn't have been in DJ in the first place. But I'm gonna get this vehicle. Now let's take a look at the final verdict when it comes to credits, etc, etc. So you got 120,000 credits without premium account, 1,317 experience and 22 bonds, of course, along with the high caliber Confederate and also a tank ace or ace tanker. Looking at the stats, 12,460 damage done, the best in this whole team. Also got the most credits, or the most experience obviously. But then we look at details, 25,000 credits lost because no premium account, which I can imagine very, very well. So 19 shots fired, of which 16 were hitting. So 3 shells did not hit anything, including the one from the mouse, the one from the FV, excuse me, not the one from the Badger, the one from 277, and one from the FV. 12 splash damages because, you know, hash doesn't count as a penetrating shot, even though it does sometimes penetrate. And he did 11,000 damage from 300 meters and above. This is properly sniper statistics in my book. So thank you again, huge shout out. Thank you so much, Cooper Clutcher, for uploading this video on the What Replay. And I'll catch you guys in the next video.